Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hani, and today I want to explain thesis entitled An Analysis of Grammatical Errors in Argumentative Paragraph of English Department Students Batch 2016 Academic Year 2017-2018. Chapter 1 Introduction. This chapter presents the background of the study, statement of the problem, objective of the study, scope of the study, significances of the study, and definition of key terms. The first one is background of study. Nowadays, language has become a very important thing to be mastered because of its function in communication. According to Oxford Dictionary, language is a system of communication in speech and writing used by people of particular country. It is inevitable that learners make mistakes in the process of foreign language learning. Thus, researchers and teachers of foreign language came to realize that the errors a person made in the process of constructing a new system of language is needed to be analyzed carefully. Based on the researchers' experience while writing in writing classes at English Department of Lambung Mangkurat University, Banjarmasin, sometimes errors appeared in writing. The researcher made grammatical errors unconsciously. It was caused by the limitation knowledge on grammar. The researcher agrees that the students should avoid unnecessary words and make effective sentences in a paragraph. The sentence should be clear in a good grammatical order with effective words, so the grammatical must be introduced to the students in earlier level. It started by writing a paragraph. Based on the explanation before and the previous research, the researcher is also interested in conducting the research on argumentative, but on students' descriptive paragraphs entitled An Analysis of Grammatical Errors on Students' Argumentative Paragraph in English Department Batch 2016 Academic Year 2017-2018. The second one is research question. Based on the background above, the researcher states the problem as what are the grammatical errors made by students of the English department in writing argumentative paragraph at Lambung Mangkurat University Banjarmasin Batch 2016? The next one is objectives of research. According to the statement of problem before, the researcher makes objective of research is to identify and classify the grammatical errors made by the students of English department in writing argumentative paragraph at Lambung Mangkurat University Banjarmasin Batch 2016. And the next one is significances of the study. 1. This research enriches the researchers and the readers' knowledge about the grammatical errors in argumentative paragraph. 2. This research gives information to English lecturers who want to know about students' errors in writing argumentative paragraph. And the next one is definition of operational key terms. In this research, the researcher defines the key term as follows. 1. Writing is an activity by constructing words to convey meaning to the readers indirectly through papers. 2. Grammar is a part of writing in which rule form words and make sentence. 3. Argumentative paragraph presents a point of view and provides evidence for a point of view taken. 4. Error is a deviation in applying certain rules or codes, such as the rules in making correct sentences or correct verb form. Chapter 2 Review of Related Literature. This chapter focuses in reviewing the theories and literature relating to the study. Some theories and research studies which relevant with the topic are discussed in this chapter. There are grammatical errors in writing argumentative paragraph in students' writing. Each of these is discussed in the following sections. The first one is definition of writing. There are some definitions on writing that some experts have already stated in some books. Writing is a noun form of the verb to write. It is the act of conveying language to other written way. Brown defined writing as the process of putting ideas down on paper to transform thought into words, to sharpen your main ideas, to give the structure and coherent organization. And then paragraph. Paragraph is a group of written sentence which has only one main idea and has part to expand it. The parts can be topic sentence, supporting detail, and closing sentence. And then argumentative paragraph. Argumentative paragraph is a kind of writing that requires students to investigate a topic, collect, generate, and evaluate evidence, and establish a position on the topic briefly. And then language features of argumentative. There are abstract noun, action verb, and temporal connectives. And then grammar. Grammar is the characteristic system of the classes of words, their inflections, and their function in a sentence. The next one is error. Making error in learning a language is a natural thing and is inevitable in human beings. Basically, error that the learners make can be analyzed, observed, and classified by using error analysis. Error analysis itself is a type of linguistic analysis that focuses on the errors learners make. There are many of perspectives on what an error is. Brown has defined linguistic error as a noticeable deviation from the adult grammar of a native speaker, reflecting the interlanguage competence of the learner. Chapter 3, Method of the Research. This chapter consists of the procedures of the study to find out the answer of the problem mentioned in the previous chapters, such as approach and types of research, population and sample, instrumentation technique of data collection, validity, reliability, and data analysis. The first one is research design. In this research, the researcher uses a qualitative method which describes grammatical error on argumentative paragraphs written by the fourth semester students in paragraph writing class at English Department Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Lambung Mangkurat University. And the next one is research setting. The location of this research is at English Department of FKIP, Lambung Mangkurat University, Banjarmasin. And then subject of the research. The subjects of this research are 60 students who took academic writing class in English Department Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Lambung Mangkurat University, who has average level from class A1, A2, and A3, who took academic writing class at English Department Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Lambung Mangkurat University. And the next one is data collection. The data needed for this research is the students' grammatical errors in writing argumentative paragraph. As instruments, the researcher used to collect the data from writing of the students. The subject will write down an argumentative paragraph in 3 paragraphs or more, including topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding paragraph. Writing samples were chosen one of 3 argumentative topics as a research instrument. For collecting the data, 3 argumentative topics were given in a time pressure of 60 minutes. And then data analysis. The data of this research are analyzed qualitatively. After the required data have been collected, the researcher selected the data which are used to get clear description on argumentative essay. After that, the researcher elaborates the data and from them meaningful conclusion can be drawn. Chapter 4, Findings and Discussion. This chapter deals with the description of research findings, distribution of research findings, and discussion of research findings. This research discussed about grammatical errors in writing argumentative paragraphs written by the students of Lambung Mangkurat University. The complete description as follows. The first one is description of data. This research focused on the grammatical errors in writing argumentative paragraph made by the English Department of Lambung Mangkurat University batch 2016. Based on the preliminary study, from 60 students found 8 students made factual errors, typographical errors, and punctuation errors. And the next one is the research finding. The researcher divided the finding results based on the data sources. There are 2 sources of data which include written test and interview. Based on writing test result, there were 3 grammatical errors found. There are factual errors, typographical error, and punctuation. And then interview result. From the interview, it was revealed that the students have problem when write grammatical errors in argumentative because when the researcher asked to the students the definition of argumentative paragraph, they translated the definition into Indonesian. Through the second interview result, the students did not know the typographical errors for a grammatical in argumentative. Moreover, some of the respondents said that they know about typographical errors. And then discussion of research findings. Based on the result analysis, the researcher would like to discuss the result from the grammatical errors in writing argumentative paragraph made by academic writing class students academic year 2017 to 2018. All the problems come from the students themselves. Mostly, students face the linguistic problems such as using punctuation, typographical, and factual errors. The cognitive problems related to remember and accept the materials about grammatical errors in argumentative, such as using the correct form of punctuations, typographical, and factual errors. The last chapter, chapter 5, conclusion and suggestions. This chapter discusses the conclusion and the suggestions of the research based on the result of written test in the previous chapter. The first one is conclusion. Based on the research finding, there is one main point that should be underlined regarding the grammatical errors made by English department students of FKULM. The most of errors occurring in students' writing is on factual errors, while the fewest errors can be obtained on punctuation errors. The result is consistent from the first test up to the last test. And then suggestions. Based on the result of the research, the researcher has several suggestions. The first one is for the students, they have to put their attention to control the usage of their grammar, especially in the part of grammar or structure. And then in writing class, it will be good if the discussion about grammatical errors in students' writing to be held in order to make students understand what grammatical errors they make. And the last one is in structure class. It is suggested to have more ways to get the students' attention in learning the grammar and how to use grammar itself appropriately without making the students afraid to make mistake. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.